Okay, so for number 2, we're given the universe of all real numbers and we're given some sets. So the first thing we're going to do before answering these, we're going to draw these in the number line. So if we draw this in the number line, that's going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'll just put 8 and then continuing. And I'm going to color code these just so that it's easy to tell. So A, I'm going to draw that in pink, and A goes from square brackets here all the way to open there. So that's A. B in green is going to go from 2 included, so that's going to go like this, to 6 included, right? I should really make this more rounded so that it's easy to tell what's the difference. C, I'll draw that in blue. C is going to go from 1 excluded all the way out to 4 excluded. And then D is going to go from, and maybe I'm going to do that in a different color. I'll do that in yellow. So D is going to go from 5 excluded all the way out to infinity. I'll just put this arrow there. So this is a lot of stuff, but hopefully as we go on, we'll be able to tell. So for A, we want to do A union B. So let's see. Union is when we join them, right? So A is in pink. So A is all this stuff. Union B, which is in green. So union, let me put that union B here. So we can see that it's going to cover all this stuff here, right? So that's going to go from 2 included all the way out to 8 excluded. So let me remove these drawings. So that's going to go from 2 included all the way out to 8 excluded. Oops, I put infinity, but I meant 8. 8 excluded, okay. For B, we're going to have A union C, so we're going to join them, right? So C is going to go from 1 to 4 excluded. And then A, we're going to go from we're going to go from 3 included all the way out to 8 excluded. So we can see here that this is going to begin at 1 excluded. So that's going to begin at 1, and then it's going to go all the way out to 8 excluded. Okay. For C, we're going to have, oops, actually, I should have erased the drawings before I wrote this. Okay, so that's going to be from A union C. That's going to be from 1 excluded all the way out to 8 excluded, yeah. For C, we're going to have, let's see, A intersection B, which is going to be, so let's draw this. So the intersection, A is going to go from 3 to 8. It's going to go like this. And then B is going to go from 6 to 2. So we can see that the only thing that they have overlapping here, it begins at 3 included, and it ends at 6 included. So that's going to be 3 included and then ending at 6 included. Yes. So for D, we're going to have B intersection C. And let's see. B begins from 2 to 6 included. And C goes from 4 to 2. So we can see that where they're going to intersect begins here at 2, right? 2 included and ends at 4 excluded. So let me remove this. So that's going to begin at 2 included and ends at 4 excluded. A minus B. So A minus B, so first let's draw A. So A is going to go from here to there. And then minus B. So this is B here. So if I remove B from it, I want A, which is in pink. If I remove the stuff that is in green, I can see that it's going to begin here at 6, but that's excluded, right? Because 6 includes the green stuff, and then goes all the way out to 8. So let me move this. So it begins at 6 excluded. So it begins at 6, and then it goes all the way out to 8 excluded as well. Actually, I should write this down, that E is going to be A minus B, and it goes from 6 excluded to 8 excluded. Okay. F, I'm going to have B minus D. So D is going to go from 5 all the way out to infinity, and then B is going to go from 2 to 6 included. So if I remove the stuff that's in yellow, I can see that it begins here at 2 included, and then ends at 5, and that's going to be included because 5 is not, 5 is included in B because 5 is excluded from D. So let me remove these drawings. So that's going to be, let's see, B minus D, that's going to be 2 included all the way out to 5 included, yes. And then F, okay, G, I want to do D minus A. So G is going to be D minus A. And so first I'm going to draw D, is going to be all this stuff here. And then minus A, so A goes from here to here. So actually, if we want to do D minus A, we have to remove all the stuff that they have in common in pink, right? So it's only going to begin here from 8 onwards. That's the only place where D is and that A is not. And that's going to be included because 8 is excluded from A. So we're going to, let me backtrack. So that's going to be 8 included because that's excluded from A, all the way out to positive infinity. Okay, so that's G. H, I'm going to have A, the complement of A, so everything that's not in A. So let's see, A we're going to have from 3 to 8 excluded. So the complement is basically going to be, let me draw that in a different color. The complement is basically going to be anything before 3 excluded and anything after 8 included, right? So that's going to be, so let me remove this. The complement is going to go from negative infinity to 3 excluded because 3 is in A, union 8 included because 8 is not in A, 8 positive infinity. So let me see if that's right. Yes, that is correct. For I want to do B minus A U C. So A union C. So have we done A union C? Yes, we have done A union C. So we did it here. So we know that A union C goes from 1 to 8, right? So let me draw that in. So A union C is going to go from 1 to 8. I'll have to draw that in a less aggressive color. Okay, so from 1 to 8 excluded. And then I want to do B minus that. However, we can see that B, if we draw B here, all the stuff that's in B is already included in 1 to 8, right? So if I remove 1 to 8, I'm not going to be left with anything inside B. B is just going to vanish. So this is just going to be the empty set. So that's going to be the empty set. And lastly, I want to do A union C. So that's going to be A union C minus B union D. So I think we've done this already. Let's see. A union C is going to be this stuff here. So that goes from 1 to 8. And then B intersection D, did we do that? No, we have not done. So we have to find first B intersection D. Okay, so let's do that. So first B intersection D. So B goes from, so let's see. B goes from 2 to 6. And then D goes from 5 to infinity. So we can see that the intersection, it begins at 5 excluded and it goes out to 8 to 6 included, right? So what we want to do here is, so A union C is going to be the set 1 to 8 minus the set 5 included, 6 excluded. So if we remove this, so let me draw, if we do this, that's going to be 1 to 8. And we want to remove from it, we want to remove this little section here. So we can see that it begins at 1 excluded all the way out to 5 included, right? Because 5 is not in that little intersection. And then from 6 excluded all the way out to 8. So let's write this down. So that's going to be, so this is going to be 1, from 1 to 5 included, right? Union 6 excluded, because 6 is in the thing we want to remove, all the way out to 8 excluded. And so that is it for question number 2.